Hey guys, it's TheFrXion here, Tiger Tank 12, having to call me, I don't really care. Welcome back to World of Tanks, today, the final day of the Caravan. We want to talk about the event, and we want to talk about the fact that there is no black market coming to World of Tanks this year around, but we already had the auction, the Trading Caravan, and the daily deals, so there was quite a bit of a different substitution going on with all of the three other events, and they were all very special in their own right. And I think majority of the player base is a bit sick and tired of these events because usually they are very, very unfriendly towards consumers, especially players that are not whales. And I think with the Trading Caravan, it once again is the exact same thing. So today we're going to shuffle the final 3 times because, as you can see, I'm pretty broke right now. 220,000 credits, didn't have the time to play, and I just want to talk about the caravan afterwards. So you can see once again I have the VK16801P as a bundle available right here. 7.5 million credits. That is a horrible deal for this piece of garbage. And you can see some players actually bought it, and I'm a bit worried about the players who bought this tank because I think a majority of them will be quite disappointed with the tank. But let's move on. So we're going to shuffle once, and we are going to get a style, and it's a Chinese style, which actually looks quite nice. You can see we have the Object 268 version 5 in the background. So you know what, I'm just going to put this style into this section for save for later. You might never know. Then we're going to shuffle one more time. And we get once more the VK. Wargaming really wants me to buy the VK, but we're going to shuffle one final time. And we have the TheFrXion 81 rental. Now, let's talk about this event. This event, I think the main selling point for this event was basically you had the Kitovets, you had the T-22 medium tank, one of them available for bonds, the other one available for 15 million credits. And then you had a whole bunch of premium tanks that you were able to get and to buy with gold, and maybe some of them for credits. I heard that the Astron Rex was sold for 1 credit, and that there were some other premium tanks at tier 7, for example, the SE-122, the SE-122S was available for 5 million credits. And yeah, so generally speaking, if you're a free-to-play player, which I am obviously not, but I just want to put myself into the perspective of a free-to-play player, you do not get a lot of options to buy premium tanks for credits. At least that always used to be, that never used to be the case when you were playing World of Tanks the last couple of years ago. So when you were playing World of Tanks, you either had to buy a premium tank or you had to get really lucky and play one of the, like, I'm not sure, like in the tournaments, you were able to get a tier 8 premium tank that was like the top place finishes. But nowadays, like a couple of years, ever since they, I think 5 or 6 years ago, they started handing out premium tanks for the campaigns, the marathons. And the marathons at the beginning were like, wow, that's great. Just playing the game, you can get a free tier 8 premium tank. And it actually was even a good premium tank. For example, the Progetto 36, Progetto Mod 3546. That was a great premium tank that you were able to get via the marathon. And now if you think about it, there are a lot of options to get a premium tank nowadays. So it's not as difficult as it used to be, but it's still quite expensive because these premium tanks, the TheFrXion 81, will cost you in total about 2 million credits if you do transfer it over. But if you want to get it in the game, there is no chance for you to buy this for 2 million credits. As you can see, this is rental period right here. For like 7 days, you pay 1,500,000 credits for this tank. And that's definitely not worth it for 7 days. That's not even worth it for, maybe it's worth for a month, but it would be a month that you had a lot of time to play the game. So 1.5 million credits is a lot of money, or a lot of credits, to play a tank that you want to test out. And that is just something that a lot of players will not be doing. So let's talk about the bundles here real fast. Now, obviously, I already own a lot of the tanks, so I don't really see a lot of the bundles. But first and foremost, I have no idea what kind of bundles are even out there. I don't even know what kind of tanks you can get. I don't even know what kind of styles you can get. Why is there no list that you can see what you can get inside of the shuffle? You know, because obviously, if you want to get something very specific, you're going to be the biggest loser here, because you'll have to shuffle as long as you get until you go to that specific item. And then we get to the freaking bundle availability. Why are these things, in like limited edition, so that you, as a player, do not even have the opportunity, if you do not log in in the first few days, because this event lasts 5 days, you don't even get the opportunity to get certain bundles. For example, if there is a good deal on maybe the Type 59, that's what I heard. A lot of players got the Type 59 because it was available for 5,000 gold. A lot of players wanted that tank, and then they were able to get it. Now, obviously, if you want to get the Type 59 for 5,000 gold, you need to get to that freaking bundle first. If you do not get to the bundle, you cannot buy it. So the obvious issue is you'll have to shuffle. And if you're not one of the whales and you have like millions of credits available, or if you do not sell some tanks, you are not going to be able to get to that tank. Now imagine the frustration. I don't think you have to imagine it. You probably are frustrated from this event, because you had to shuffle. I was ready to spend a lot of money for the Kidovets, because I wanted to just get that tank, because I'm a tank collector, and also at the same time for my channel I wanted to review the tank if I was able to do that. So I sold a couple of tier 10 tanks because I don't play them at the moment. So that's not too bad for me, obviously. I got like 20 million credits ready in my bank. You can see that's all that is left. So I spent 15 million on the Kidovets, and then I spent about 3.5 million on just, spinning the wheel on the shuffle deck. And 75,000, that is now, okay, don't get me started on the 75,000 credits that you have to spend on a single shuffle. There has to be some kind of terrible, like a really terrible chance for you, like a real high percentage for garbage, like the TheFrXion 81 rental, like the VK heavy tank that we just saw prior. Now obviously I already own a lot of these bundles, so I'm not going to be getting a lot of the stuff. But there are still styles that I'm missing out. There is still premium time. I was looking forward to 360 days of premium time that I was thinking about getting, but somehow it never really showed up. I definitely shuffled about 40 times. I must have spent so many credits on just shuffling itself, and that is an absolute atrocity, because Wargaming is just banking. They're just making cash by shuffling, by not even handing you something out in return, because you're hoping for something good. We don't know the numbers. We don't know what the roll rate is to get something specific. We don't know how many items there are. We don't know the percentage there is. So basically, this is all just pure gambling, and it's really, really bad. Now, obviously, for the players that want to get, just want to get a good deal, that do not play World of Tanks like as religiously as some other players do, like for example me, they will just see, what, I will shuffle a couple of times. Hopefully I get a good bundle. Then they shuffle a couple of times. The very first 3 times, it's completely luck. It's just 3 times for free. You get complete garbage. You start shuffling for credits, and then you end up looking into it and you still have nothing good yet. And you can't even see further, so you still have to pay with the credits. In the end, you leave empty-handed without anything good. There's a style that maybe is reduced by about 10%, maybe not even 10%. You save about 150 gold for a style that maybe you didn't even want, but at least you got something. And that is one of the worst things that I think came out of this Trading Caravan. And if you think about it, there are so many more issues with it. There like, it's not just that. The availability was a huge problem. Now, players didn't get the Kirovets because they were unlucky with the rolls. So players wasted a lot of credits for a tank they wanted and a tank that cost 50 million credits. There is no reason for you to sell a tank, a tier A premium, for 15 million credits. I still hate it. I hate the prices on the black market. They're incredibly outrageous, and it's only for the whales. And the same thing applies right here. If you're a whale, you're just gonna shuffle through it. Doesn't matter. You're gonna get it. But what about the standard normal player who wants to enjoy just a little bit of world tanks, and you do not even give them a chance to get anywhere, to get anything good? Like, the chances of them getting something good is really, really slim. It's it's completely luck based. Like, you don't have any, you don't even have a final gift that tells you, okay, you know what, here, that's what you get for shuffling 10 times. Here's a good bundle that at least is decent in value, and hopefully you can still have a good time. So you don't even get that. At least with the Astron Rex, I remember that, or with the Christmas loot boxes, you open 50 boxes, you get one premium tank, that's for sure. Now, if you shuffle 10 times here, you spend 750,000 credits, you do not get a good bundle that you can buy. And it's just for getting to a certain bundle, and that, I think, in my opinion, is completely broken. Now, let's move on to the next topic that really annoyed the shit out of me. Now, let's take a look at the the discounts that you have. Every single day, you were able to pick five discount tokens that you could put onto a bundle. So it's basically a vote. So let's see. I voted for 3 things. I voted for bond equipment. I voted for a style for the Object 705, and I voted for 180 days premium because that was the only thing that I did find in terms of premium time. So let's talk about it. We do not know how many votes are needed to finally get you to the next percentage. We do not know what the max percentage is on a discount, and I have only seen 15% off. How many players do you need to get a discount on? And how many people need to vote for the discount? You basically only have this. You have this line that shows you when the next hurdle has been achieved, and you can see we're somewhere close to 20%. But how many players are needed? Show us the clear numbers. Don't show us some kind of stretched line that continues forward if you have another 100 or 200 votes. And this is a really horrible system because you could see, I don't even know how many players voted for that. This is right here for 15% or 20% on the 180 days of premium. That must have been a lot of players, because right here for the style, it was basically nobody. So right here on the 10%, it was way more than on the style, but still not enough to reach the 15%. And this one starts at 5% discount. What the hell is this even? Because right here you start at 10%, this one starts at 5%, and if you're moving on here, you don't even know if that one is reducible even more. You weren't able to reduce the price on anything regarding credits. So right here we have a pike nose design for the IS-3. You have no option to change the saved bundles. You basically, when you change a saved bundle, what ends up happening is one of them just plops out. I'm just gonna show you guys this one for example. I'm gonna save this, and basically what I'm going to be replacing is I'm going to be replacing a style. So which style is it? So I'm going to be replacing what did I replace? It was the 1.5 million credits style for the IS-3. So you don't get the choice on what to replace. You basically just move along here, and if it's one of those objects that's close to being one of the first objects you have saved, you basically don't have the option to save it anymore. It just goes away. You either buy it, or you switch it, or you keep it, and you are not able to save another bundle that is coming your way. So I'm just going to shuffle one final time for you guys to see that I'm going to get absolute garbage probably once more. And you can see, like, what is the chance of me getting the VK16801P? Now, I've gotten this piece of shit, I don't know, about probably 15 times. Like, what is the chance of me getting this? I already own this tank. I can show you guys that I own this tank, but it's currently not in my garage because I sold that piece of garbage because I already own the other one. So right here you can see I own it. Why would I buy it again? Like, what is the reasoning behind it? So basically, summing up the entire event right here real fast is, it's an event that was not thought through. It didn't work for the very first 2 days. It was completely broken. The features that they added into it, although probably you know what? They weren't thought through completely. The shuffle is a horrible idea. You drain the credits out of the players for no reason at all to shuffle us a VK16801P. We don't know what kind of bundles are available. We have no idea how many votes it takes to reduce something in price to get like an additional discount. We don't know like how many bundles are available. We only have like these bars that are absolutely saying nothing to me. I hate the fact that everything is limited. I hate the fact that the prices are terrible. I hate the fact that they're selling like styles for 1.5 million credits. So yeah, I hate a lot of facts about this event. And I also didn't really like the other event. The auction was also quite horrible, even though I did participate in it. But at least I can always tell myself, well, I'm a content creator, even though I'm not really a content creator since I'm not sponsored by anyone or by Wargaming. I still can say, at least for the sanity, or for my own sanity, I can say, well, it's for your YouTube account. You can basically, for your YouTube channel, you can make a review on it. Like, at least it kind of pays off in the end. Players will be informed, and you can get like that tank. But I do not spend additional money on the game anymore. So basically, in the end, everything here, especially for me, was just a big clusterfuck. Nothing worked. Everything felt kind of shitty, and the deals don't feel like deals. That's one of the biggest things, you know? The deals don't feel like deals. Aren't these types of events supposed to sell you tanks that are kind of discounted? And a lot of times, maybe it's because I didn't get any premium vehicles, they were not discounted. I just had the feeling like the premium vehicles, even in the videos that I watched, they were not really that much like cheaper, maybe 10%. But since, you know, you don't really know how many players voted for a specific tank, you don't really know how many or how much it was reduced in price. So generally speaking, terrible event. Really not a lot of fun, and just frustrating. In so many ways, frustrating, and definitely not worth it at the end. Even though I have the Kitovets now, even though I've bought a couple of styles, I think the only good thing that came out of it was you were able to get some really cool styles, but you are not even able to check out the style again if you have placed it somewhere in your save file, so I cannot even check it out again. Maybe I want to look at it before I want to buy it. So yeah, I'm going to finish this one up right now. I hope you guys did enjoy. As always, tell me what you thought in the comment section below. What did you think of this event? Are you just as frustrated as I am, or did you think that the event was actually good and I'm completely out of line and I'm just talking a little bit too much nonsense, or are you just as frustrated as I am with an event like this? As always, I see you guys on the next video. Have a good one.